Hey everyone, Cleva here and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be giving you my December TBR, so day 2 of Bookmas 2018. Now my December TBR is quite small. It ended up being a bit larger than anticipated because I still need to finish one of my November TBR books, but it's quite small just to make sure that I have enough time to film every single day, because I'm filming every single day for Bookmas 2018 and for my 24 days of Christmas challenge. If there's background noise, these are kittens playing at the moment, so I'm pretty sure that they'll bump into some chairs at some point during this video. But I've waited long enough to be able to film, so yeah, I'll just have to deal with the kittens and their noise sometimes. So I have 3 books that I wanted to get to in December, and I have the 4th one, which is a leftover from November. Now the idea for me for Christmas, well, for December, it's the same as Christmas, right? Is to solely focus on classics. Now I feel classics are really ideal for the month of December because, I don't know, it's something about the fact that they have stood the test of time or something like that. That makes me think of them as true testaments of the Christmas spirit. I don't know why, I cannot explain it, but I feel like a lot of classics also fit the warm and fuzziness of Christmas. And so yeah, I don't really necessarily have a super clear idea of why I feel classics to be suitable to the month of December. I feel like they stood the test of time. They are something that I just associate with like the dark months of December, is the nitty-gritty of going back into these older time periods, especially the Dickens. Dickens to me is like quintessential December reading material, and so also my idea for making the month of December mostly a classics month was the fact that I really wanted to continue with, well, to read one of the Dickens books that has been on my TBR for this year and that I haven't gone into yet. So yeah, I'm trying to make my way through this video. Kitten noise regardless, now they're attacking the Christmas tree, perfect. But yeah, I'm also fighting a bit of a cat allergy at the moment, still need to get some pills for that. So I'm trying to get through this video. If I look like crap and I sound horrible, this is the reason why. So the first book on my TBR for December is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Now, I know pretty much nothing about this, but one of my goals in life at the moment is to finish all Charles Dickens' novels, because I absolutely adore his books. So I've read Oliver Twist's Great Expectations, the Christmas Carol books, so Christmas Carol, The Cricket and the Heart, and The Chimes, I think is the other one is called. And then I also read David Copperfield and Hard Times. And so A Tale of Two Cities is the next one on my list. I don't know a lot about it, except for the famous first opening line: "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." So I really want to get to it, and actually surprisingly it is quite short. It is like 360 pages. I thought it was going to be a super big one, but for some reason I have miscalculated this. So all the better, because I really want to be able to finish it so that I can have like at least more than half of the books on my 2018 TBR finished. Second book I want to get to is The Trial by Franz Kafka. Same, I do not know a lot about it, but I've never read a Kafka, and I'm super intrigued to be getting going on it. So more info on this when I actually do read it. And then the third classic I want to get to this year, well this month, is one that I've actually tried it multiple times, but I've never gotten past like the first chapter. I've seen the movie adaptation a couple of times, and I don't hate the movie. I can understand why the book was difficult, because the movie is also a bit of a slow one. So, but I've also seen a lot of people on BookTube really liking this one, which makes me think that there's hope for me yet, and that is Wuthering by Emily Brönte. Now, I really love the song Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush, and I really hope that this time around I can push myself past those first few chapters and hopefully find myself loving it. But so all of these are pretty small, you know. This one is 240 pages, so Dickens, as I said, was 360, and Kafka is only like, it's under 200 pages. So they're very manageable, even if I were to play some more of The Sims. But I'm also planning on finishing one of my November books, and this is the one that I'm first getting to. Now at the moment I'm going through this at a pretty good pace because I'm really sucked into the story at the moment, so there's some hope for me there, and that is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. So, story shortly described is, well, there's trigger warning for this book because I'm already 2/3 of the way in, so I can tell you this now. So it is about 4 boys who, like a friendship of 4 boys, and it mostly revolves around one character of these 4 boys, and that is Jude. Now Jude has a mysterious past that you slowly unravel throughout the book, but basically he has been abused as a child in multiple occasions. So he's had a very dark past, and he's very self-deprecating because that is what he has been taught. He has been taught that he is a disgusting boy, that he is flawed somehow, that he doesn't deserve happiness or something like that, or that is what he has taught himself in any case. And so reading from his perspective is very difficult, and so going into this book, beware that the book can put you in a bit of a bad mood and things like that. It could make you somber, it could make you cry, because reading from Jude's perspective is quite difficult. So at some point you're reading like 100 pages in his perspective, and that went really slowly for me because it is quite a hard perspective to read from, you know. It's a very self-deprecating perspective, which isn't the most jolly of perspectives, clearly. So I'm finishing this one first and then getting to the 3 books that I have on my December TBR, and if all goes well, that means I will have 1 book extra on my Goodreads challenge for this year. I'm hoping to up the ante on the Goodreads challenge next year, so I'm currently challenging myself for 35 books, and I think I'm going to go slowly with this one and just set it for 40 books next year, and we'll see. If I make it, perfect. If I'm over it, even better. If I don't make it, then I know that, yeah, 35 is really my pace at the moment. There have been years when I've gotten to like 70 or something, but that was really a hectic year for me. So yeah, we'll see about that. I do feel like I'm getting a lot more reading in now than I was getting in the first months before I started my BookTube channel, but we'll see about it later, and I will discuss it later in videos about 2019. But in any case, 2 of the books that are on my TBR this month, so A Tale of Two Cities and A Little Life, were also on my 2018 TBR, so I will be super happy to get 2 of them off of that TBR so that I don't have to put so many of my 2018 TBR books into my 2019 TBR, because that just feels like a failure, but okay. So that is my plan for December. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish all of them. I think in total that means, so in Hanya Yanagihara I still have about 230 pages left. So even if we say that this is 1000 together, then we get about the same amount of pages I've read this month, so that should be manageable. So hopefully at the end of this month you can tell me that I did a good job, okay? Bye!